There you go.
Oh, so you were not recording.
We're good. Sorry, what are we? We're doing VTech?
VTech Yo with 5 O's.
No.
Don't put the Yo, just put the
How about
VTech.
VTech? What?
Yo.
Yo, like Y-O?
Yeah.
5
Did Evan agree to this one?
5 O's, you literally meant 5 O's.
It's okay.
That's actually a good one.
It's your group
That's
name,
Perfect.
Every Honda, just put a 5
Okay.
in there.
So-
Better.
Just to recap, so each one of your groups, the group names right here, is going to get a manila envelope, and then a service advisor has filled out some information on this, and for some strange reason, they put it on an envelope. I don't know why. Anyway, it's for you guys as a group to try and figure out, try to diagnose what is happening with this vehicle. Now again, I'm not concerned about you getting it right, but what I want to do is get you guys to build stories. Stories is what you guys are going to be creating in the shop, because it's easier when you elaborate on the condition or concern. It makes it easier for the service advisor to be able to convey that information to the customer, because ultimately, do you guys want to do the job? Yeah, you want to get the vehicle, and you want to diagnose it, you want to do the job, and keep going through the day and make just a bucket load of cash, right? Well, you know what, it is, this industry can be a very, very lucrative industry. Right now, when you go into your first year of apprenticeship, which is what I hope everybody will do, you know, if that's what you want, of course, then,
Not so much.
you're gonna, yeah, you're not going to be, you may struggle for a little bit, but eventually you'll get through those 3, 4, you know, second, third, and fourth years. Then you're going to get to that point where, yeah, you're going to get some pretty good money. It's not about the money, is it? How many people feel it's about the money? No, it's about, for me, when I first started my business back in 1994, it was about providing service for the customer, helping the customer out, making sure the vehicle's safe, because we can go into that parking lot and we can already see how many unsafe vehicles there are.
Spinning export after 50.
Talking shit.
Really? Really?
What did I do? Like, shots fired.
Come on. So,
Is it your car?
each one of your groups, and you can use your books, you can use whatever, you know, whatever information you want to use to help diagnose this. Now, you have 10 minutes on each envelope, each task.
On each one, or are we doing all of
Each one, you're doing all of them. So as soon as 10 minutes are up, envelope goes on to the next team, next team, next team. So essentially, when I come to this, I should see 4 pieces of paper in here with different stories attached.
Do we put our names on?
I like stories. You can, yeah, just put the groups, your name on
Do you
it.
like short stories?
I like stories that make the consumer or your client actually want to do the job.
Gotcha.
When I spent time with the client, I generally got the okay to do the repair.
Okay.
But a lot of service advisors don't do that.
I think it would be long. I think it would be, it's really insurance.
As soon as you do it in courthouse now, as soon as you turn the wheel at all, it's gonna go with you, and it'll just be,
And it'd be easy.
yeah, you won't have to, it'll just be, it'll just,
Okay.
but,
I'm sure, so. Sounds good, I mean, sure, yeah, you guys are probably right, I like it, but what other, yes, that was someone who grabbed a car, but I mean, what other possibility?
It's perfect.
Are they talking about?
yes, you know,
Yeah, but they, Mike wrote a couple specifics, so they, you know what you're talking about.
Sure.
And they, I already knew what it said with it, so how exactly, rather than just saying, oh, this shop said it was a problem with the steering, because I knew that it was this torsion bar spring.
What, 3 pounds?
And the other shop's like, okay, so, you know, so a couple details of here. And then it's better for us to replace this now while the rest of the system is still intact, rather than continue to run it and
Around the pump, so yeah.
or just leave it off and cost
The heat is created.
No, it's just the old pump wasn't producing what they have a memory, they get lazy, like the equipment. And the new pump comes, the new pressure, I believe it's huge. So no, this is.
So, and then I don't know, we recommend replacement power source.
Can we replace just the torsion board? Or replace
No, the whole rack, it's all rebuilt, which, and we don't
or
rebuild.
send out or?
So I would say we recommend.
And he gives it to you that you don't want. Fucking. I never did that.
All right, we report. Good. All right, thanks, guys. So how did you find the overall process anyway? Did you need more information?
Yes.
Yes, and you know what? That is common, where we need more information. As technicians, we need more information than what the service advisor gives us. It's latent throughout the industry. So if you get a service advisor that is really good, a good people person, you know, and is able to articulate, you know, and understand what the client's saying about the concern, and he or she can just, you know, put that onto the repair order. It makes your life way easier. But this is very typical in this kind of format. It's what you're going to see in the shops. It's the way it is.
Thought it was pretty easy to base it around something, regardless if it was right or wrong, but writing it down is way harder than saying it out loud.
Yeah, because it's about building a story, right?
Like, me and Brad and Matt and Bill, we were all saying it all to each other, but when it came to the paper, we took like 20 minutes to write it down.
It's like, gone. It's out in left field now. Yeah, no, totally, and that's, again, and it takes time to do that story up. I was able to get a lot of jobs that, you know, clients, not clients, but customers bounce around from shop to shop trying to find the best deal. But you know what? They're not always looking for the best deal. They're looking for the person that actually will spend the time to talk to them and make them understand. You know, we've been here, how many months? About 4 months now, right? And you're learning about all the different concepts that we have in the automotive industry. Do you think clients can get overwhelmed really easily when you don't take the time and slow it down and put yourself in their shoes? It really, you know, we have to slow down because, you know, I can start rattling off, oh, it's going to need this, and this. Okay. You might get the odd client that just says, yeah, just go ahead and do it. Has no idea what you just said, but they trust you. And that's huge, just having that trust. But then there are some, you know, that got YouTube'ified, you know, and now they've got all this other information, now they're kind of testing it. Well, guess what? Yeah, it's a test for sure. But how do you pass the test? Spend the time talking to them. How do you pass the test? You know? And do we know everything? Well, no, we don't. I don't. So just take the time to work together and understand. Chances are you're probably going to get that job. Whether it's, you know, this is right or not. Again, it's just the story. So I'm just going to go through a few of these. I'm not going to go through each and every one, but I do want to kind of see which ones, you know, which direction some of you guys have gone. I'm going to review these afterwards, and then we'll we'll talk about it a little bit more tomorrow. But again, it's not about getting this thing right or wrong. So first one, customer concern at 60 to 70 kilometers an hour. He has a steering shutter or death wobble, infamous death wobble. The vehicle has been to other repair shops to correct this concern with no success. The customer is extremely concerned as they feel it's a safety hazard and do not want to drive this vehicle. This Jeep has Haltenberger style front steering. With this one, so I just told you it's just Haltenberger, that's it. So now you need to kind of visualize what kind of steering system is that. With the Haltenberger, we also have that track bar that holds the front differential in place. Okay, so if that track bar's bushings are worn or the joints are worn, you can grab that whole differential and move it back and forth. There's also, I said last week, that the Jeep has this thing called a steering damper, which is like a shock absorber. It's okay. Like I said, it's not about getting it right wrong. It has a steering dampener. And if the Jeeps gives you, if the client comes in with this concern, usually around 70% of the time it's that steering dampener. Because they come, a lot of them come with a factory steering dampener on it, because that is Chrysler's fix for it. If that's Chrysler's fix for it, you know, it's like, okay, so this vehicle was designed a certain way, and the result is it was common, and this isn't just Jeeps, this is Dodge trucks and even Fords, it's common for this to happen. So fix the problem. Don't try and just put a Band-Aid steering dampener on it. But you'll find the industry does that. We'll put Band-Aids on things. We'll do reflashes on, reflash the computer, put a new program in it, try and fix this thing. Yeah, Krishna?
The steering dampener, if your wheel had to be bent, or because it's a Jeep, he's doing off-roading,
Yeah, totally.
would that cause the steering dampener to not wear out faster?
Oh, totally. So if there is, just like a tire that is out of balance, anytime that there's something imbalanced or out of alignment, it's going to place excessive wear on things like that, on components like that steering down. Always. Wheel bearings will just shake shocks apart. You know, just that vibration, that frequency that they emit, they'll start to cause leaks, they'll start to cause weaknesses. You know, and now that steering dampener, especially on those Jeeps, are working overtime to control that crazy death wall. And yeah, when they do fail, and they all will, then you've got the client concern of, you know, that steering shudder, steering shake at high speeds.